So we're back, and we've got Karl Meltzer here on the show, and we wanted to talk to Karl today about 200-mile races, and just wanted to get your input on that. So welcome, Karl.
Yeah, thanks, TB. Thanks for having me. It's always a pleasure to do interviews, you know.
Yeah, especially at your age, you know. I'm kidding.
I'm getting old. Older than dirt.
No, speaking of that, though, you have been running ultras for how long?
First one was 96, Wasatch 100, so I don't know, 18 years I guess it has been now. Yeah, it's been a long ride, no doubt about it. You know, I'm still going, still going to keep doing it, still love to do it, so I'm just going to keep going till I drop, I guess. And
Karl has won more hundreds than anyone else, if I'm not mistaken. You've won, like, what, 36 or 3700s out of the 50 that you've run, or how many have you run?
Yeah, I started like 71, I believe. Finished 63, won 36.
36, okay.
So the goal this year would be, and 14 years in a row of winning one. So this year, obviously, that's on my radar to try and win another one.
Tell me about 200 milers, because you are the guy that coined the term that 100 miles isn't that far.
Well, I don't know anything about 200 milers. I've never run one before. That's the challenge, really, is... Yeah, I will definitely say that 100 miles is not that far. I won't say that it doesn't hurt. You know, I always take that disclaimer back because it always hurts afterwards. But it's over in one pop. You don't have to sleep. You can do it on gel. You can do it on liquid. Even for the slower back of the packers or, you know, 35 hours or whatever, you can still do it in one bang. Nobody really takes a nap at Wasatch unless there's some other issues involved. The 200 miles, well, that's... Here we go again. I bring myself right back to 1996 with a little more knowledge to do it, you know, but not necessarily having done it before. So I look at it as an incredible challenge of something, again, something different, you know. Do I sleep? Do I try to bang it out? I mean, JB, you know about Tahoe Rim Trail, right? I mean, 165 miles. I mean, how much did you sleep, you know? I mean,
I slept for about an hour, but Victor Ballesteros and I had this conversation actually, and you'll see this later in the show. But yeah, it's interesting. Victor, I think, did the whole 200 without sleeping at all, and then some of the other guys, I think he may be the guy that even won, actually did sleep for an hour or two. So I think it's probably, yeah, it is. It's like a strategy thing, and I think it's kind of based off of each person.
Right. I think it'll be a needs thing. I mean, I won't go into something like this with a plan to say I'm going to sleep at midnight. You know, if I'm at midnight and I'm wired and I'm going, I'm not going to stop. You know, I got Bigfoot on my tail, right? So, right. So, I will play it by ear. I mean, in theory, we thought about this a bunch, and I said, well, you know, what I'll do is we'll go at a nice, easy pace till say midnight or 1 or 2 in the morning. Maybe go down for 2 hours. And then try to finish it. You know, everyone can have a plan like that. And everyone, you know, most people go into 100 miles with plans of what they're going to eat at mile 70, what they're going to eat at mile 50 or whatever. And it all gets thrown out the door once you get going. You know, it kind of usually does. So I'm going to learn from this one. I'll guarantee that. And if all goes well and I finish and I'm going to learn a lot, I really think that, you know, you might see me doing some better things in a couple more years. Even though I'm older, I think the further you go, you know, the slower you really have to go to achieve a decent time. And that's the thing with my whole career has always been like that. I've kind of, you know, raised the bar, or call it raised the bar, but I've always gone a little bit further to do well. You know, when I was younger, I did better at 50 Ks and 50 milers. I'd win a few, but the 100 mile is really my distance. And because I'm not really a speedy runner, I just have figured out how to run 100, and now I'm going to figure out how to run 200.
Wish you the best of luck at that, and thanks for taking time to come onto the show today. And we'll catch up with you maybe next time you're in town. Come by the show, and we'll do a little more of an in-depth interview and learn what the Speedgoat's really about.
Yeah, right on. We will always talk. It's always a pleasure to be with Journeyfilm, man. It's great.
Yeah, thanks, Karl. Talk to you later. All right, up next we've got Candace Burt. She's going to tell us more about 200-mile races, and Victor Ballesteros as well, who was a competitor in the Tahoe 200 this year and got second place. We'll be right back.